want to know the best teams and equipment so that you can build the new Legends Limited MUI Goku, but first you have to know how to use him. This unit is an element blue transforming unit. At the current moment I'm making this video, I'm assuming he's a melee type based on his Z ability giving strike attack. Pre-transform he's not that special. He does have endurance, but mainly speaking he's just an ultra instinct unit that can dodge attacks based on his gauge. But post-transformation is where things really pick up. His blue card is able to nullify endurance, considering that's his legendary finish, but his green card is the real source. He has the same green card as Ultra Vegito Blue, but it's upgraded, and the upgrade they attach to it is that it applies no switching every time it activates, which means you'll be able to consistently chain a blue card once you activate the green card counter. His main ability gives him 100% Vanish Restore while filling up his gauge 100%, allowing him to dodge even more. He can fill his gauge consistently through the blue card, his main ability, and if the enemy switches, plus if an ally dies. He has a strike cover change, and there's also a major upgrade to his dodge gauge. Just like the red MUI, he will emit damage when he dodges an attack. That's everything regarding the new MUI Goku. Let's get into building teams. Right, so the first team we're starting with is Universe Rep, and just so you guys know, for the progress of this video, I'm going to show you the main characters that can be used on the teams, then I'll show you general bench options, then I'll also show you some leader slot options that you could run with this new UI Goku, and then we'll go into equipment last. So right now we got Universe Rep. I'm thinking of running MVP 17. You must have the platinum equipment, and Rev UI is going to Zenkai. Now why MVP 17 is important is because he's helping cancel buffs for the team. Rev UI, he has revival, so that's a whole layer of survivability, and then we'd be having the blue MUI Goku, who will be getting one of the Zenkai buffs which MVP 17 will also get. Plus he has endurance. MVP 17 is allowing him to eat off that. This isn't the only type of units that you could run, so let me show you what other options you've got if you go into the character list. I like to sort things by element, and then also the filter, sparking, ultra, and you can turn on Legends Limited as well, but make sure the character tag is the one that you want it to be. So here, if we look at the characters, out of the blues on the screen, it's really just MVP 17 that's going to be useful. Out of the greens, Rev UI is getting a Zenkai, so consider using him. Maybe a high starred Evo Ken would be super good. 14 stars for long combos would add along. In the purple range, we have the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's purple, he would fit there, so you could use him as well. And Gold Frieza is going to be getting a platinum equipment, so don't sleep on them too. In the yellow section, Ultra UI or Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, these two units can definitely be used. And in the red, I wouldn't really recommend any reds, I'm not gonna lie. What I will say is, if you do also want to use 1% Sparking, Kaba, and Caulifla and Kale, I think Kaba is red. So yeah, those two are also options that you should consider, but with Sparkings, you never really know how they're going to perform. They're a bit inconsistent. But Universe Rep doesn't have many options, and I think that's what's also nice and bad about it, so that now that they're getting a lot of buffs, you have your options there. But if it's me personally, I'm leaning more to consistently using UI. Depending on how good Rev UI is going to be, I will use him. If not, then I might switch him out for Ultra UI. You could even run a triple UI team. That's one of my favorite teams to run. So if I actually show you the variation here, obviously the purple UI is now going on the bench. You're not bringing him out, but you'd bring out Ultra UI, and now you've got the blue one, and this team would be working perfectly. The red one, he's a little outdated as well, so I'd run these three and then the blue UI in the middle to make the triple UI team, and it works phenomenally. You might not kill people, but you're not gonna die either. Next, I've got God Key, and God Key's being formed similar to Universe Rep that I was just showing you at the end. I've got Gogeta Blue there, so he can get the same yellow Zenkai buff as that Ultra UI will get, and the blue UI is gonna go there. And what's good with blue and yellow is that they work very well together, because blue protects yellow from reds. Blue is type advantage over red, but red is type advantage over yellow. So you're protecting these two with the newest unit who we're talking about here, the transforming MUI Goku. Now let's go into building this team. If I go into character list, right, change it again, change it to God Key, keep the filters on like this. We've got the blue options here. Again, it's not looking too good right now. Blue is actually really, you know, but of course, MUI Goku is going to be your main man. We've got the green section here. Ultra Rose might be able to fit, but you'd have to leader slot him, and I know he's not here right now, but the green Vegito Blue, the transforming one. I will also shout out God Goku, who I do not have. He is actually very good. And then Rev UI, of course, he's getting a Zenkai. Going into the purples, At the max, I'd probably say Blue Bros, maybe this Vegeta, depending on how you wanted to go about it, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. SSBE Vegeta is going to be your best option considering he's a new unit as well. The yellows, we've got GB, Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Ultra UI. I'd only use Fuse and Gogeta if they're like high stars. Like I use them at 13 stars and it still feels a bit sketchy using them, so I wouldn't recommend. And in the reds, you actually do have a few options. Shin can be a sleeper, Corrupted Zamasu, and then we also have Fusion Zamasu over here. Goku Black Rose is also here, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend him over any of the other options I've put out there. But just be wary with the Z abilities with God Key. They might not mesh the best, but they should do in most cases because God Key is one of the most distinct tags for team building. But yeah, yellow, blue is the one that I would go for. There's only one layer of survivability, which will be the new MUI Goku, but Ultra UI, I believe he cancels buffs, and GB with the Zenkai, he's looking pretty nice. His green card could also be nice because you have 2 green card counters with these units. Here we've got Son Family, and I will say with Son Family you do have a lot more choice, but you might want to stick to meta. So obviously on the screen you're seeing Super Saiyan 4 Goku is in here, the Daima unit, and that's because you wouldn't be getting the indestructible based on you not running a complete Daima team. But if you have him, you still might want to use him. I don't have him, so I can't even slot him on. But these 2 characters here are hybrid Saiyans that are very, very powerful, especially together. You get the anti-blast cards, while you also have Beast Go on Special Beam Cannon, and because a lot of people are going to be running SSBE Vegeta, having a yellow on the team could be very, very useful. And I also explained earlier that blue pairs very well with yellow. But these aren't the only characters that we've got, so let's go back into the character list. In the blue option, obviously MUI is going to be your main choice, but you got other options like Fusing Super Vegeta, who I actually would vouch for, but depending on your star level, of course. Going into the green section, we got Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, God Goku would fit here, Rev UI with the Zenkai, free-to-play Goku Diamond Mini. He's actually very, very good. I love using him. I call him the strongest. Going into the purples, Ultimate Gohan could be a nice fit. Go Frieza with the Plat. We got Blue Bros as well. These are some nice options I actually do recommend. Blue Bros lesser than the other 2. We've got the yellows here. We've got Beast Gohan, Fusing Gogeta Blue only on the higher star end. Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, beware of the Ultra ability. And Ultra UI as well, like I mentioned earlier, of Universe Rep or star level does vary. Going into the reds here. Reds, we got Daima Goku Mini, and that's about it based on what I have. Now there's a lot of characters I don't have, and these are the ones you want to look out for. So we got Super Saiyan 2-3 Goku, we've got God Goku, who I already mentioned before, he's super good. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, just be wary you won't be getting the indestructible. We've got the new Legends Limited Goku Youth from Dragon Ball OG. He has indestructible, which is nice. Trunks and Gohan, did I mention the Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku? And this Goku here, I'd say it's actually a weaker option, but if you want to be a rat, you could use him. Maybe you summoned on him, maybe you didn't, I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. People weren't using him. But yeah, that's it for the main attackers on the teams. That's Son Family. Let's get into the bench and then the leader slot. Right, so here we've got the bench options, and obviously you use them to your liking. So we've got Pan over here with the Zenkai buff for Blue Son Family. The Z ability is not as great, but it's still valuable, especially in addition to the Zenkai buff, which is the main thing. We've got Goku Blue here, Zenkai buff being blue and God Key. The Z ability again is not the greatest, but the Zenkai buff is. We've got here Namek Goku, the LL Goku, Zenkai buff being blue and Saiyan. The Z ability is a lot better than the other 2 I just showed you. We've got Vegito Blue here, the Z ability is super nice, and then the Zenkai ability being blue and God Key is obviously valuable. We've got Android 18 who doubles as a Zenkai buffer for MVP 17 as well, but a Universe Rep Blue and Universe Rep. Z ability is also solid too. Then here we've got Bergamo, who actually gives HP to Universe Survival Saga, which is obviously nice. There's the ability, just be wary, he's not going to get it, so you're going to have to put him on the leader slot if you want him to get the Z ability. We've got Android 14 here. If you're running blue and you want to pair with Vegeta, who's purple, you can get a lot of strike attack out of this over here with Android 14. We've got the legendary Super Saiyan Broly EX over here. Yellow and blue strike attack 50% again, and that's big. That's all of the bench options we got. Obviously there are some more I could have put in, but I think these ones, if you're going for Zenkai buffs, is going to be the best thing for your team. I don't have a lot of leader slots, but of course it depends on how you want to build your team. Ultra Perfect Cell here, he's just good at nullifying endurance consistently, so a Rising Rush will help you out, you know. We've got here Goku Youth, mainly because he has indestructible. I think that's very, very valuable to have on any team. We've got here Super Saiyan 4 Goku. His indestructible won't be there, but if you have somebody else's survivability, his offenses are still very valuable for any team, to be honest. We got Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks on the Son family team. These two have covered 2 elements, blue and purple. That's just super nice, generally speaking. And of course, the survivability layer is very, very valuable. We've got Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku here for the extension of combos. I've seen people been bringing them out just to extend combos, and it allows them to get ahead, honestly. Saves your team sub count, and on top of that, you output damage the whole time. That's pretty much it. Everybody else will mostly be on his team in some way, shape, or form. These are just some guys that I wanted to mention specifically. Right, so this is the first equipment I'm going to show you, and it's Ultimate Gohan Awakens. The reason I'm showing you this is because typically Ultra Instinct units don't have good defenses. So I want to show you this equipment here. It's a pure equipment, and let me actually explain what that is. So if you look at the first slot, it says base strike attack and you get 32%. But if you look at the second slot, it says 11.2 to strike defense. There's no base. The word base is missing, and that's because I like to explain it as a multiplier. So you need a lot of strike defense through numerous equipments, then you add the multiplier, which is also the pure, and then you get that bigger number. So you have a lot of base, you multiply it, the multiplier makes the number you have already bigger than it is. Strike attack is just good, but if you had a pure strike, which I'll show you some other equipments later, it would also help you out. You get pure blast defense as well, but just be wary, you need a Hybrid Saiyan and a Saiyan. He's a Saiyan, so it applies for himself, and you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. This is an equipment for pure offenses, so like I showed you, the last one was pure defenses. This one you get base strike defense, but you can choose, not really, but just make sure you roll the first slot before you continue to upgrade that you want. And then here you can see base strike defense, and then you also get the pure strike attack and the pure blast attack. This is a Son family equip, and you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. We've got this equipment here, and you can get crazy amount of strike damage. Now usually with the pure equipment they give you about 12, maybe 15 max, but with this, if you have 3 Saiyan or God Key battle members, you'd be able to get 18%, which is a lot better, but it's only of the strike. Usually the pures give you strike and blast, but if you want to hone in on one thing, this one's it. You also get a lot of special move damage, base strike defense, blast defense, and more strike defense on the first slot. God Key Saiyan, so you know UI is going to be able to hold this equipment. You can get the memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop, but you're going to need the unawakened version to get the awakened version when you're going through the upgrading process, and you can get that from the equipment medal exchange shop. We've got this equipment here. It's Awaken Let's Go Vegeta. Roll the slot that you need on the first slot. It's going to be difficult, but you're going to need one or the other. Base strike attack, base blast attack, 20%. You get defenses on the middle slot, but then you get special move, which is obviously super nice, and HP for God Key Goku. The memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop, but you're going to need the unawakened version, and that's right here. You can see over here. And you can get from equipment collection, normal God Key, and the equipment medal exchange shop, so 2 places. This pure here, it's another good one, so you can get defenses if you want to stack defenses if you're on the God Key team. So you get strike attack and blast attack, but pure for blast and strike defense. The ultimate damage is going to waste, but the special move is nice, and you can get this from the ultimate equipment collection for normal God Key. You're going to have base strike defense and base blast defenses to get the most out of this equipment though. So try and get lots of those powered on, and then put this one on top. So 2 of those base ones and then 1 of these. If you're specifically running universe rep, so you're going to have Kaba or Kill Caulifla, because you need a rival universe member. But then a Son family member, which Goku is, you can run this pure offensive equipment for universe rep, and you also get special move, which he benefits from. There's also base strike defense and base strike attack, which is nice, and you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. We've got the explosive clash equipment. This one here is typically good for universe rep, as you can get melee damage and range type damage depending on which one you need, right? So the first slot is key recovery, which isn't the greatest thing, but it's nice. Base strike defense on the middle slot, and then depending on which one you need on the third slot, you re-roll accordingly. Now this is the awakened version, so you can get the memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop, but you're going to need the unawakened version, which I have for you right here. It's not as good, but you need it to upgrade to get to the awakened version. And here it goes, the equipment medal exchange shop. So we've got this equipment here. Awaken shows what you can do. You can see the strike attack is nice. You can get up to 38% from the first slot and the second slot together. base strike defense, and then you get special move. Of course, this guy doesn't have an ultimate art, so you're going to need the special move. And then you can get 10% to strike attack as long as you have a universe rep member on your team, which is obviously nice. This is the awakened version, so the memory you can get from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shot, but you're going to need the unawakened version to actually get the awakened version when upgrading, and you can get that from the equipment medal exchange shop. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully I've given you guys the best teams and equipment, and you can go ahead and build, as there is going to be the Ultra Bonanza coming up, so make use of that while you can. These units are hype, contrary to the overwhelming stigma right now. We do know it's somewhat disappointing based on the fact that it got leaked, but you can still enjoy, and I'm sure you guys watch this video because you want to enjoy. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.